Hey guys, this is Brian once again. This morning I recorded something and it was really strange because I woke up this morning with the best attitude ever, and honestly, I was just gonna kick butt at work. Uh, Unfortunately, it didn't happen. Um, I was saying also that I was going to be talking about mental health, and well, I'm here. So, this morning, I woke up, I had like the best attitude ever. I was positive and I was doing perfectly fine. However, things turned in an opposite direction. So, with that said, I was talking about quotes that I came across, and one of them that stuck to my head was um, by Nikki James, and it says, "Sometimes it takes an overwhelming breakdown to have an undeniable breakthrough." So it is really funny because um, this morning I had a horrible breakdown. Um, it was just, it was not good. It was not good. And I'm gonna just say that. Um, so I work at a catering company, and it was, let's say, the worst day ever. Um, because I got to work and I was like all bubbly. Hey, good morning, this, good morning, that. I was having like the best attitude, and it just went sideways really quick. um, so I was just doing an event. I was trying to set up for an event that we had this or I was going to have this morning. Um, and it was an event for 120 people, which is nothing too bad. I could, like, I've done it before, and it just was one thing after another. So it got to the point where I started stressing out so much. I even got into it with one of my leaders, one of my leads, which I love. She is amazing. She's awesome. Um, and then another one of my coworkers as well. I was just like attacking all over the place. But then I also felt like I was just being attacked. So, with that said, I just went on a rampage, I guess. And one thing led to another one. And after having so much fun for like the first hour and a half, 2 hours, I'm gonna say, it just went down the drain. Um, like I said, I started feeling really stressed out about everything. Um, it was not a good thing. So, um, I guess one of my misunderstandings was we were only going to use, well, we were going to use two tables according to whatever I understood, right? So it was just uh, crazy because I honestly thought it was going to be two tables, one table on one side and the other one on a different side, right? So it was not like that. Suddenly, I understood again that we were only using one table for 120 people, which is kind of illogic. It's kind of dumb because the event was for 120 people, correct? So um, we just had, I just had enough room for some things, uh, like the little bowls, um, spoons. They were. It was a build your own parfait, so there were going to be 5 ingredients: yogurt, berries, homemade granola, chocolate chips, and mixed nuts. So I went all in there and I started doing it, right? So another one of my coworkers, she's seemed a little on edge because you know she didn't know what I was doing, and apparently I was not doing it right. I was just out of it. Um, due to my head. So I was just, I just started biting. And then another one of my coworkers, she started last week. I'm gonna say she started last week, maybe this week. I don't remember, but it's been like a few days that she started, and she asked me, like a normal decent question, where are you gonna put the napkins? So that just made me realize I had no room for anything else, and it was just like looking really really crowded, right? So I just, I guess I went crazy, and um, I attacked my lead and a girl that I consider my friend also. Um, it was kind of nasty. Um, then I just started feeling like I needed to cry, and I did. I felt like crying, and a few minutes later, I was like crying. And it was another one of my supervisors. She stopped by and she's like, "Hey, are you okay? Do you need help?" I was just like, I told her to follow me. Like, we went into like the pantry, and we started talking. And I, I misunderstood. It was a mistake that I made, and it was just very very crazy because I started like crying, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go home. I'm not feeling it. I can't, not today. I'm not feeling good. So it was at that point that I was actually crying. I started feeling like a lot of tension right here in my shoulders, my neck, um, my stomach. I was feeling it extremely tight. It was like I had a big knot in there, and it was just pretty bad. I mean, it was really bad. Then I, like, we started, uh, my lead and I, we started kind of in an argument discussion. I'm not sure what it was, but normally that is not me. So I just I just wanted to go home. I just wanted to come home, and I did. Um, I was like, hey, so am I gonna be allowed to use two tables? Because if it's two sided, uh, I can use 2 tables and have enough space for everything I want to put in there. And then she tried to send me on break, like a little break, 15, 20 minutes. Um, Go to the cafeteria, go to the eat and plate place to get like a coffee, eat something. And I was crying. I was like, listen, I am not gonna let anybody um, just like get rid of me today, especially because it was such a horrible day already. And I apologized to my lead. Then I also apologized to my other coworker, my friend. And well, it just started going even worse. Like right now, my eyes are really, really tired. Um, my back is killing me. I am just stressing again about this. Uh, but I did what was right. So after that, I was like, just give me 10 minutes and I will complete it. I will finish it. So then one thing led to another one, and my lead and I were just like talking, and I smelled someone that walked by that smelled like my grandmother. And that just triggered me again. And it was like non stopping crying. And it's because my grandmother, she passed away a few years back. Um, a year after my grandfather passed away as well. So it was just very, very um, not a happy moment for me. And I just, I was not able to do it. I finished my setup and everything. Um, I had a little help. I had a little help. Um, but after that, like there was not a come. I couldn't come back from that. Honestly, could not come back from that, and it was just so damaging to my head. Um, I just couldn't stop crying. I would like stop and then go back to crying and stop and go back to crying. So it was not a good thing. It was not a good thing for me. Um, so I talked to my supervisor and I was like, "Hey, listen, I gotta go home. I'm not gonna. No, this is not stopping. I can do it. I cannot do it anymore. I just need to go home. I want to go home. I need to go home." And then uh, she's like, "Okay, let me go ahead and talk to Jamie, who is a different manager." And then she got off the phone and she's like, "It's fine, go home." Um, and then she mentioned, she's like, "Hey, on Monday you have events in the morning. Like, how are we doing this?" And I'm like, "I'll do it. I'll do it on Monday." Like right now, I cannot even see anything. So it was. I got off from work. I clocked out. I left. Um, as my lead, the one that I argued with, a little bit. um, she talked to me, and I just kept apologizing, I guess, because that was my mistake, and it was, you know, big misunderstanding. Um, but it was just not a good thing, like I said. And then I was coming home, and it's really crazy because as I was going home, uh, police officer pulled like on the intersection to close the line for, I guess it's a caravan. Um, they're gonna go, but they're heading to cemetery, um, and that triggered me again. And I just kept on crying and crying. Um, then I stopped. I got home, and I was like, so I went back to bed, and I slept. You know, it's like, wow, he slept. Excuse me. But yeah, it triggered me emotionally so much. Like, I cannot believe that triggered me like so much. So then, um, as I was here, I went to sleep, and then I got up. I woke up, I got up and cleaned a little bit. I made my bed, cleaned a little bit, and I decided, I'm gonna go to the gym. I need to like burn some tension, and I did. I did. Um, However, I'm extremely tired right now. Um, Now my eyes are starting to feel a little better from all that crying and everything, just like that went on. It's okay. It's okay to cry, guys, ladies. It is okay to cry. I learned that today, and I still can't get over the fact that like two grandparents are gone, and I think it's still killing me inside. But they're in a better place. They're not suffering anymore from any kind of diseases or any kind of pain. Um, so they're in a better place. They're in a better place. And it was very, very emotional. Um, then something else happened, and I started to cry as I was driving back home. I was like, "Oh God, this is not good." So I just been here sitting in my room, laying in my room, my bed, playing little games here, there. I really wanted to go out today, but I don't think I can. It's like too much stuff going on. So I just like, I don't know. It's still, I'm too tired to do that. So the reason why I'm telling you guys this, it is because, like I was saying earlier, it's all about mental health. There's times whenever you need a day or two to get your mind back in track, to decompress. And it's like, for guys, it's okay to cry. Um, like stereotypes, they're like, no, man, don't cry, blah 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 blah. And it is just so incredible because you were a man whenever you were born, right? So you were crying, you cried, and you cried and cried and cried for years until you grew up, and like everything started being a little different. I guess your brain, your mind started getting tougher. Your skin got thicker, and I guess people get older and they grow out of it and everything. But honestly, guys, there is no better way. There is no better way to deal with some stuff than just let go. And I think I still need to let go some more, but I really don't want to cry in camera. Um, it's hard today. It was a horrible day. It was just a horrible day. Um, and with that said, it is okay. Everybody has mental issues, mental problems, sadness in their heads, in their minds, and it is okay to release. It's okay to release. You know, uh, I need to release a whole lot. Honestly, I think I need to release a lot, and I need to work on that. But guys, don't be ashamed. Don't be embarrassed. You know, um, it's okay. It's really, really okay. Um, Even though I disrespected my lead today, she was cheering me up. She was trying to cheer me up, and well, unfortunately, I like there was no coming back from the hole that I was at, and it just feels really, really tiring. Like honestly, it just feels really, really tiring. But it is okay. It's okay. Um, there is that is the reason why there is people out there, counselors, psychologists, like doctors. Um, Whenever I left work and I was driving back over to home, just for a second or two, this is really, really hard for me to say, but I really, really didn't. Um, I thought about. I'm sorry. I thought it about not being in this world, and it hurt me a lot more. Uh, it hurt me a lot more because yes, I was hurting at that time, and I'm still hurting, and it's crazy. I just thought, is the world gonna be a better place without me here? And then I got even more upset because, you know, if I did something and if I ceased to exist, my parents, my mom, my dad, my sister, my daughter, my family, they're gonna be left over here, and I won't be suffering anymore, but they are. So I was like, you know what? I gotta stop being selfish. It's like I gotta stop being selfish. I cannot do that to them. They've done so much for me, and they love me so much, and I love them so much as well. I have great friends. Um, I might not be seeing anybody, might not be dating anybody, but my family is like the most important thing in my life. My family, like two, three friends, that are still in touch with me, and it was just like, you gotta stop. So it is okay. Um, if you guys need to see a doctor, psychologist, counselor, anything, do anything. You know, you're not alone. There is a bunch of people out here dealing with uh, depression, bipolarity, anxiety, all these other kind of mental issues. And, you know, is there, people's not alone. Like, people's not really alone. It's just, like, they can do it. It's they can do it. You know. So yes, I stopped being selfish about that, and then the day continued. Um, and whenever I fell asleep here and at home, I was just like, whenever I woke up, I was just like in so much physical pain. I was in so much physical pain. Like this shoulder, I have a nerve that is getting pinched by two of my bones. So that one was extremely painful. Then this other one, it was hurting as well, not as bad as this one, but oh my god, it was just ugh. And that is one thing that you get whenever you get older, right? So, yes, I'm not that old. I'm 41, but we have feelings, we have emotions, we have problems like everybody else. So, just like if you cannot deal with them, talk to your friends, talk to your family, go to the doctor. They can help you out. They can refer you to a psychologist, to a counselor, someone that like you can speak to someone, uh, even from a church. Even from the church, you can talk to them. You can talk to the priest, to the pastor, to reverend, however you call it, from different um, different churches. So it was just like a very emotional day today, and it's crazy, really really crazy, because you know I realized that life is such a beautiful beautiful thing that God gave us. you know um it feels like hell outside. It's humid, it's hot, but you can feel the heat, the warmth, the humidity. You can see the birds, you can see the trees, the grass, the flowers, the bees. And like I just I don't get it. Like I just like there's so much stuff in my head right now, like honestly, but you know, you gotta keep moving forward, you know. And as I was thinking about that quote earlier, it was incredible because you know, like I said, I had an overwhelming breakdown. So now I'm ready for the breakthrough. I don't know when that's gonna happen, but it better be soon. Uh, you know, guys don't like to feel or look vulnerable, and I get it. We are supposed to be the rock of the family, the rock of the society. You know, screw society. Everybody's messed up on the head. Um, you know, it is just so unfortunate that we think we're alone and we're not. So it's just crazy. So that was my morning, my afternoon. Um, Later in the afternoon, whenever I decided to get out of the house, I went to the gym, and I was in my head. I was just in my head. Um, I did before the gym. I did go get a band for my sweat. um, I did not find whatever I was looking for, but you know what? This did the trick. Excuse me. This did the trick, and I am so glad because I was going at it really hard, and of course sweat all over the place. Excuse me. So yeah. With that said, you know, like you guys are not alone. You guys are not alone. Nobody is, honestly. Which is it just feels like that, but we're not alone. Um, then after the gym, I had a little bit of food that my dad made, and it was actually leftovers, but they were really good, so I ate them. It was just like ground beef, like seasoned ground beef. Um, and right now I'm hungry, but I'm trying to lose all this weight too. So, I guess one of my things is normally listen to music. Andrea Bocelli, to me, he is an amazing person, talented, amazing person. It chills my mind. It just kind of makes me focus on it, like so I don't lose it. Like I did not listen to any music, any Andrea Bocelli at all, and I think that's part of why I'm feeling kind of down right now. Uh, but I listen to music, and that is my me time, even though it's still in my head. You know, I I cope with that. You know, I cope like that. Um, the way that I did release, I guess I dealt with all these emotions were um, going hard at the gym. Possibly my legs are gonna kill me because I worked on legs. Um, So we'll see what happens tomorrow. But yeah, I already have plans to go back to the gym tomorrow, and let, like, focusing on that. Um, Here in a couple of months, I'm gonna be celebrating my birthday, and I want to lose a little weight by then. Um, a lot actually, but you know, we'll see what happens. And once again, you guys are not alone. Don't even think that for a minute. Um, you can follow me on. You can follow me on. I'm gonna go ahead and put my social medias in my profile, I guess, so you guys can DM me, send me messages, emails, whatever. I'll be glad to answer them. I'll be glad to hear you, to listen to you. I'm here for you guys. Um, in no way I'm a psychologist or a counselor, but I'm someone who is dealing with, um, I guess, mental health, and we just gotta get over that, and we gotta grow out of it and focus on what's really nice and beautiful out there, which is everything. I mean, we have our lives. So, um, you guys are not alone. And if you're feeling alone, um, there is that, um, mm, there is that number. Let's see, where is it? If you guys, if you guys are going through uh, something that upsets you, um, and you need help, there is a number that you can call. They also do emails, text messages, calls. Um, and the number, it is the National Alliance on Mental Illness, and the number is 1-800 950 6264. Also, there is, you can do, like, you can text, and you can do, like a regular text message. You can text helpline to the number 62640, or you can chat with them online at nami.org, um, / help, and they're there to support you. um you know it it matters. And like, something that I'm just reading right now, like, key facts. uh these are the statistics, mental health statistics, right? 1 in 5 US adult experiences mental illness each year. 1 in 20 US adults experiences serious mental illness each year. 1 in 6 US young age 6 to 17 experiences a mental health condition each year. That's a lot, because we're like on it, like billions and billions of people. So it's a lot. Um, and this is like a little old, I guess, but it says in 2023, 53.9% of U.S. adults with mental illness receive treatment. So go for that. You can call them. Um, and then also workplace mental health awareness. 74% of full time employees in the US say it's appropriate to discuss mental health concerns at work. Only 58% say they feel comfortable doing so. One in three full time employees say their mental health has declined because of work in the past year. Also, burnout is a common problem, with over half of respondents reporting feelings of burnout. Half, which is 52% of employees, reported feeling burned out the past year because of their job, and 37% reported feeling so overwhelmed it made it hard to do their job. So there is all kinds of interesting stuff over here. Um, yes, it's a lot of stigma, but it's your health. So you know, um, also if you're feeling down, if you feel like you're about to hurt yourself, um, there is the suicide and crisis lifeline. There's languages. Right here they have Spanish and English, or English and Spanish, and they're available 24 hours. On your phone you can call them from for to the number 988, or you can text 988. You can chat with them, and then you can go on the official website. So um, let's see. There's crisis lifeline number. Um, it is 1-800-273-8255, and yes, it still works. Um, and this is the number for this number is for the suicide prevention lifeline. So you're not alone. Um, you know, and feel free. I mean, you have friends. Talk to them. I'm pretty sure they're gonna understand you. They'll understand you. Um, you guys can share your concerns, or they can help you, so you don't feel alone. Have some sort of support system, um, which I totally don't. um, Crazy. I need to come up with one of them. Just go for it. You know, call them, give them a call. As a matter of fact, I think I'm gonna call them later on today, or maybe tomorrow. Um, so yeah, you know, it is what it is. Some of us are very messed up. Some of us is not. Um, but the help is there. You know. And also, I'm gonna post. I'm gonna add my handles and my usernames from Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, so you can actually get a hold of me in that way, and then we can talk. I'm a pretty good listener. From my experiences, I can like we can do something about that, you know. So just hang in there. It's gonna be good. It'll get better, you know. And another point I forgot. I almost forgot from those statistics. People who are guys who are not just guys, but people who is dealing with their sexual orientation, um, they tend to hurt themselves a lot, and they also take their lives, which is not nice. It's not fair. um, I could say they get a little selfish and just they want to find a way to get out of it. And honestly, I'm gonna say to you guys, girls, you know, if you're part of the LGBT community, um, you're not alone. Talk to um, these numbers that I just gave you, and you can reach me, on Facebook, Instagram. You can DM me. Later on, I'm gonna install not messaging application, um, Telegram. I think it is called Telegram. Um, and you can reach me there as well. So, no, guys, girls, you're not alone. Think about everything. Think about everything before you do anything that you can actually regret later on in life. Um, just love yourselves. Learn how to love yourself if you don't, and screw what other people say. They are not paying your bills. They're not doing anything for you other than your family. Now, if your family turns their back on you, there's always a support system out there for you. And honestly, I've seen through my personal experiences, I've seen a lot of people who are happy. They're not talking to their family or anything, but they're loving who they are. And that is the most important thing that you can actually do. Love yourself, accept yourself. Um, and all that is coming from, I guess, a depressed and guy who is 41 years old and also a member of the LGBT community. So you're not alone. Like I said, you can reach me, or you can reach to me through the info that I'm gonna post later on today, and the numbers that I gave you. So, yeah, just keep fighting. Take one step at a time, one day at a time. All right. So, this video just came out naturally. It's a little long now, but it's got some interesting stuff. So just feel free to browse around. And then if you want to hear about the quotes that I'm going to be posting, making the video on and commenting on, feel free to add me, subscribe, and we'll have fun. All right. So, thank you so much for listening to me ramble and mumble and all this. Um, I feel a little better by letting it all out there. I'm trying to help as much people as I can. So, with that said, thank you so much for being a follower, for listening to my sob story, like some people would call it. but it is very informational, and you know, you're not alone, and things get better. All right, have a great and fantastic night.